any dude that's in the friend zone, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope yet.
You weren't even in friend zone. You were a brother. He was my little brother.
Even if you're in the brother zone, don't give up hope.
Black Queen. Failure ain't an option. You looking clean, clean, clean. Failure ain't an option.
Hey guys, it's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. So, I know you guys already know by the title of this video what's about to go on. As many of you guys heard or seen, on my Instagram, I got engaged over the past weekend and I wanted you guys to meet my fiance. So, everyone give it up for the fiance. So guys, this is my fiance. His name is Jonathan.
Hello. And
I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask us a few questions about us, our engagement, and all that fun stuff. So, isn't he so cute? We're just gonna read them and get started.
Let's get it poppin'.
Yeah. Do you want to read the questions? Do you want me to pick them?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone wants to know, I guess I'll say the name. J_L77 says, how did y'all meet? And majority of the questions are, how did y'all meet?
How did y'all meet and how did we know?
Oh, how did we know that he was the one, blah, blah, but we're gonna get through a majority of them. So, how do we meet? It's a very long story, but.
So, we both went to the same like church camp that our churches put on. And she was someone that I had like a childhood crush on since I was like a little kid. But like I didn't think it was a possibility, but I had a childhood crush on her.
Yeah, like we went to the same camp for years before I even like recognized who he was. He actually has a younger brother and I knew his younger brother from like the start, but I didn't actually realize.
He's way cooler than I. He's way cooler
than John.
To this day, she still thinks that.
Oh my gosh, no, it's true. But it's fine. But I knew his little brother, but I had no idea who Jonathan was until he was like 15. And also we have a like 5.5 year age gap, so I wasn't checking for
a little boy.
The little boy picnic at the time, but the whole like our love story, how did we meet, and how we broke up and got back, all that stuff. I really feel like it's such a long story.
It's a saga.
Yeah, like it really is. Like a lot of people have said like, where did he come from? Like some people said like I Easter raised y'all and like just had a boyfriend out of nowhere. Like
I've been here.
He's been here for a long time.
I've been here.
Yeah, even I've referred to him a few times in my videos. Like when I did that one video about like me breaking up with that white boy or whatever, I referred to him. That was 2 years ago. Like this happens, I need to take like a break. Like when I got my heart broken last year, you know who you are. And then so whatever, I referred to him in that video because I was like, I really want someone else, but he's playing, if I can find, whatever. He's been here for a long time, but we'll do a different video on that probably. We'll get into that later. Someone's call me Care says, how are you guys?
We're good.
Yeah.
Life is good.
I think we're pretty good. I feel really good. Aside from the AC being off, I feel really good. How was the proposal planned?
How was the proposal planned? Well, we have a mutual friend that's really good at putting really nice things together. And
shout out to you, Lisa.
Yeah, it's Lisa. I don't know if we were giving free clout. No free clout. But she's amazing at like putting stuff together, and like Jess already told her everything that she wanted, and I'm like, all right, Lisa, let's plan this and let's make it really nice, because one of Jess's only like requests was that for her to be surprised. So we had to catch her completely off beat. So that's just kind of how the idea came about to do it at her mom's birthday. Yeah, and shout out to Lisa again and Jonathan. They actually vlogged the whole thing, like the planning and all that stuff. I haven't watched it. I'm gonna edit it, but I haven't even seen any of the footage yet. And there will be a proposal vlog. I don't know how well they did because I wasn't a part of any of the vlogging at all, and they're not YouTubers. We tried.
But I'm sure, yeah, it's really the thought that counts. Love that. Thank you guys. This one, X_Siga, I don't know, girl, I'm sorry. She said, first, congratulations, thank you. So happy for you too, just happy for me, sorry. Second, how do you feel as an engaged woman? And to be honest, I don't know if I feel any different particularly. He's always made me happy. It's not like I'm happy. I mean, I don't know. I am happier that I'm engaged, But like, it's still like, I wake up, today's Tuesday, and it's like, you know, I think I'm gonna start feeling more engagey when like I start trying on dresses, or like we start getting a venue, or like picking out flowers. But right now it's just like, I even slipped up today and said like my boyfriend. He was like, "You're what?" I was like, "Oh, okay, you better show initiative." But yeah, I don't really feel any different, but overall I'm ecstatic. I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. So, Christique, or Christy Q. Is it Christique?
I think it's Christy, I don't know.
She said, do y'all practice celibacy?
So the answer is yes. But like anything, as anyone who's ever done that knows that it's hard. And yeah, so that's it. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. There are a few questions. I'm not even gonna try to find them. I'll just answer them because I've seen some of them. They said like, how do we go about being, you know, dating and celibate, or how do you do like Christian dating? That's what I'm gonna put quotations, but honestly, it's about boundaries, really. He's at my house now for recording, but he's really like never here because we learned early on that he can't be at my house.
No.
Because there's zero accountability here. And once you feel like you can like do this on your own, like, oh yeah, we're strong enough, that's when the devil gets a foothold and he's like, oh, let me show you that you're not. And so I spend honestly majority of the time at his house when his parents are there or his brother is there. There's even a time, and kind of still now, like if his parents, like if there's no one at his house either. There was a time the other day he's like, yeah, no one's home, so you can't come yet. And I was so annoyed. I was like, this is so dumb. I'm not gonna lie, it is annoying because, and I know sometimes you probably feel my frustration, but we have to do what we have to do. But it's annoying because I'm like, yo, I'm 29, I have my own place, and like, you can't come over, or like, I have to wait till you're blah, 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 whatever. But
yeah, it's incredibly inconvenient.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just that we want to trust God with our relationship, and we want to really leave it in His hands. And that like when you engage in like sexual stuff or whatever, it kind of just throws the plan that God had set for us like kind of off the rails a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
And it even like throws our relationship off. Like if we slip up, like not like necessarily sex, but you know, if we get like, you know, a little handsy or whatever, because he's so fine, so it's hard, you know. And
end up playing patty cake.
You know, yeah, like heavy petting. What was I even saying?
Then it messes up our relationship.
Oh yeah, it throws us off. Like we just try our best to be around people. You know, if like my friend Lisa or anyone is here, they're like, hey, come over. But majority of the time I'm at his house. And I know it probably sounds annoying, like, oh, his parents are always around, but like, just, they're in the house, but they're very good about giving us like, you know, whatever our space, or like, they even like, if we're in his room, that like, whatever the door is closed, they're not like, what are you doing in there? Like, well, they don't even talk like that.
You always use your mom's voice?
No, that's my mom, not his parents. But we just prefer it like that. They don't care if he's here or whatever, but yeah, none of that. We just try our hardest. It's very inconvenient, but we're almost there. We're almost there. And we wouldn't be almost there if we were doing things the way we used to do it.
Holiness over comfortability.
Yeah, big time. Okay, this is a good one. Kira, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna keep reading these names because I feel like I can't read, but someone said, when you traveled together, did you get separate hotel rooms?
Yeah, so we've traveled together twice.
We went to Texas last year.
Actually, more than twice, but
yeah, whatever.
So we usually try to set up ways so that we're not just us two. So when we went to Texas last year, I got an Airbnb and she had a hotel room.
We ended up switching because the Airbnb was nicer than my room.
Yeah, so I gave her the nicer room.
And also when we went to Chicago recently, if you saw my Instagram, we all stayed in one big hotel room, but there were other people in the room with us. He stayed on the pull-out couch, I had a bed to myself, and the other people did whatever they were doing. So we just make sure, we've never went away and stayed in a room together.
Yeah, never.
We even went on a friend trip. Where did we go? Oh, in Orlando. With some of our friends, we stayed in separate rooms. You know, everybody else can do whatever they want to do.
Just try to keep the main thing the main thing.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
You're suspecting anything?
Okay. Nope, doesn't matter. Okay, someone said, did you suspect anything, Jess? And okay, so, which, like I said, we're gonna get into the whole, like, when we broke up and blah, 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 but like, when we got back together, he was like, I'm gonna marry you on this date and blah, blah, blah. Like, I knew he was gonna propose, like, within a few months of us getting back together because I wasn't playing games. Like,
She was not.
I was not playing games. Like, if we're gonna do this, like, don't play with me. I don't have time for the foolishness. So in my head, even I was like, within 3 months, if he doesn't like start putting some action behind those words, I'm gonna, you know, have to shake things up again. And I'm a shaker-upper. So I knew it was around here somewhere. And then we also just started doing pre-engagement counseling, which is something people are like, what in the world are you know? So we did counseling before we got engaged. Most people do like counseling after they get married, but we wanted to make sure that like...
After they get engaged.
What? Oh, after they get married too, but yeah, people do counseling like pre-marriage counseling after they get engaged, but we did pre-engagement counseling before we got engaged.
Yep.
Did I say that right? Yeah. So, but the thing is, we didn't finish, so I didn't know it was coming because I thought, you know, after we finished the course, then he would propose, but he tried to trick me.
Let me tell you, Jess really thought it was coming like every day. Like, she would, when she started getting her nails done again, I'm like, poor girl, it's not happening. It's not happening today. But she's super hard to surprise because she was always expecting it, like at everything that happened.
Oh my God.
So I really had to say I wasn't gonna propose until after we finished pre-engagement, but then just do it before.
That's so funny because I did start getting my nails done just so that I could be ready, and I can imagine him being like, they're there. Not today, not tomorrow.
No,
and then the one time that I did not have my nails done, he proposes. And that's how you know I was not prepared.
And that's how I know she was surprised.
I did not think it was happening that day at all. On the drive up there, I started feeling kind of car sick. I was on my period, so I was having cramps. I had to pee really bad, and then I was just so distracted. I wasn't even thinking about anything. I was just distracted. So I really feel like God really helped you, because if I was not car sick,
no, it's okay. It's okay.
No, if I wasn't car sick, if I wasn't on my period, I would have been more alert. But God knew you couldn't get me without him stepping in, so he stepped in.
I got her.
Whatever.
I got her.
All right, he got me. Whatever. You found a good one? Wait, what?
This one.
Did he finish school? Did you finish school?
No. No, I didn't.
Yeah, so now he's still in school. Oh, you can talk here. Okay, the question is, did he finish school?
Yes. No, I did not finish school.
What?
Yeah, no, I was saying yes, that is the question.
Oh.
I'm in grad school right now for physical therapy, and I'm in my last year.
Yeah.
So I did not finish school.
Yeah, so like, to be honest, first of all, I don't know where he got money for this ring or this big elaborate engagement.
Hey, watch out.
Because he's not necessarily working, but
stop pocket watching.
But anyways, yeah, by the time we get married, he'll be done with school. And we really wanted to do it that way. Like, I just feel like it just makes sense. Not really because like, oh, I need him to be making money, but it's just like, it feels like that's the correct order of events. Like, you know, finish school, then we get into a new chapter. I didn't want to like start a new chapter without finishing something you started before me, you know? Unless he had like 5 years left, and that would be a different story, but he's almost there. So it says, what's been the most challenging thing thus far of our whole relationship?
Of our whole relationship? I don't know.
What?
What's the most challenging? I don't know.
It's not having sex.
I guess so, yeah.
It's challenging.
That's challenging.
I mean, some days are easier than others. I feel like lately it's been, I don't want to say that because I feel like the devil will be like hearing me.
Got him.
I know, he's like, oh, it's been easy? I haven't been working hard enough. We don't have a lot of challenges, but like, if we have to choose one, it would be like, celibacy, I don't know, like.
That, maybe at least more so in the beginning, like different life stage. Like, you had different like life experiences than I have.
Yeah, because like I said, I am 5.5 years older than him. Let me give you some numbers.
I'm 24 years old.
He's 24 and I'm 29. Okay, anyways, I guess he thinks a relationship is just so easy, but I think...
No, I mean, yeah, the celibacy is difficult. So I guess that is the most difficult thing.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, other than that, I don't know, we're chilling.
We get along.
We get along. Because like we didn't just... A lot of you guys, did I say this already? Say like, where do you come from? To be honest, and people always say like, oh, be friends first, but like we were legit. Like, I used to call him my little brother. Like, he was
Hey, any dude that's in the friend zone, don't give up hope. Don't give up hope yet.
You weren't even in friends with your brother. He was my little brother.
Even if you're in the brother zone, don't give up hope.
Like,
There's still hope.
I used to like give him advice on like what gifts to get like his first girlfriend. Like, I was not thinking about this, but I mean, I was a little bit, but he was so young, I couldn't do it. But when we tell like our, whatever, we'll get more into that, but I went through so many things in my head before I could even accept that I really did like him, but like, it was legit friend, brother, family zone for like 4 years.
Something like that.
15, 16, 17, 18, maybe not, because I kind of started hinting around 18, 19. More so 19. But we didn't have like our first kiss until you were 20, and that was like 5 years after. Whatever. We'll get to that later. What qualities of Jess made you want to settle down with her? Congrats, by the way.
What qualities about Jess? Jess is the best. As you guys all know, like I'm talking to people who know her almost as well as I do. I always go back, when I go back to Jess, when I think about Jess, she used to get mad at when I said this. I always say that she's my best friend. And like, oh, my best friend, you make him your girlfriend. Right? But like, she's like, when I say she's my best friend, like there's nobody I'd rather be around. No one I'd rather spend time with. No one I'd rather make jokes with. There's no one I'd rather, that thunder is crazy. There's no one I'd rather make jokes with. There's no one I'd just rather do anything with, live with. So, you know, all of that is just really what makes her so special and so important to me.
It says, what is one thing you're looking forward to doing as a married couple?
Honestly,
I'm being honest.
When Jess like has to leave the house like at night, it's starting to kind of get old at this point. It's like, dang, this is just annoying. This is just annoying. Like having to go home at the end of the night, you know. I think one thing I'm really looking forward to is being able to get to spend more time with you, and wake up, you'll be there as well.
Hot breath and all.
Hot breath and all. Smelling like old Cheetos. Do you
have a wedding date? No, not yet.
Sometime next year.
Sometime next year, like half. We're thinking, yeah.
I said September. She wasn't feeling.
No.
She wasn't feeling.
No. Okay. First of all, see, when we got back together, he's like, I'm thinking next April we get married, cause you know we were on the high, and he graduates in April, and he thought for some reason we could get.
In May.
You said April.
Yeah,
They changed it recently.
I thought it was April. It's early May. It's like the first week of May.
Anyways, I'm thinking June or July. He can get married in September if he wants to, but I'm getting married in June or July.
I said August, and she said, nah, it's not happening. I said, okay.
No, because look, we're already hanging on by a thread. You think we're gonna make it another year?
Absolutely.
Okay, good for you. He make another year, I'm not, so.
Why you sound so thirsty? Jeez.
Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to keep it real. I wanna be realistic. I want us to be a realistic example. Like, yes, obviously it's definitely possible, but I do think the longer you stretch it out and wait, you're really asking for trouble. That is why most Christians get married so fast. I'm not saying that's why people need to do that. Like get married after 6 months of dating, because that could cause problems too. You really just need to get your self-control under control. But that by then it'll be like 3 years, and I just, yeah. Anyways, it says, to Jonathan, what led you to proposing? But to Jess, what made you say yes? Honestly, there's so many things about Jonathan that I love, and like I said, we've known each other for a long time, like since he was 15 or 16 and I was like 20 or 21, and we're way past that now. But he's just like, we do fit so well together, but we're also like really different. I'm sorry, am I boring you?
No, I'm sorry.
We're also like really different, and he challenges me a lot. He exposes me to a lot of different things. Like he got me into like finances and like stocks and stuff, and sometimes we watch documentaries together, and it's very rare, but like I would never watch certain things if it wasn't for him, or listen to certain music. And he makes me a better person. Like you guys think like I'm like really strong spiritually, which I mean I guess compared to certain people I am, but he really like, he's there. And that's something that I was really looking forward to in a man, like someone who I could see as a leader, who will lead me. He also checks me, and he also changed me for the better, because I used to be a lot more aggressive and I don't want to say angry, but I was a little more mean.
Aggression doesn't work on me.
It doesn't, because we had that one argument that one time years ago. We weren't even dating. I was like maybe a year and a half before we started dating.
She made me cry.
And I
a lot.
Hurt his feelings really bad, because I was a little more toxic. I came from more toxic relationships, and we talked to someone any way we want, and blah blah blah, and it was like kind of thrilling, and that's not thrilling to him. So
I get no joy from that.
He gets 0, as where I would be like, ooh, all right. He's like, absolutely not. And yeah, he shut that down quick. So someone even asked us like, how's our communication? When it comes to fighting, or arguing or whatever, there's none of that.
I mean, I feel like arguing is cool. It's good to have discussions about things that you disagree with, but you gotta do it respectfully.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not we don't do name calling. We don't do.
Curse.
We don't curse at each other.
Oh, I've been wanting to sometimes, boy. There was that one time in the car. Oh, it was so hard. Because it just adds seasoning sometimes, you know?
No, we don't. We just don't do it. We don't do it.
But boy, I've been wanting to season up that argument sometimes. I'm like, oh boy, but I don't, because he'd probably leave me.
No, he just made me cry. I'm like a fetal position.
He's definitely he's more the sensitive one in this relationship, and I am sensitive, but we have different types of sensitivity. And when it comes to arguing, I'm like a little less sensitive. But I have 2 older brothers who beat me up for a long time, and you know, our examples were a little bit different. So yeah, hope he keeps you happy.
Hey, Sherry _ asking about what's the timeline for kids.
Hey!
Like, are you good? Is everything okay?
Okay, look, that's a fair question. It's not, at least she didn't say, are you pregnant? I'm not mad at that. I was mad that one time when someone asked me if I was pregnant, because it's like, you just don't ever ask somebody that, because you don't know what's going on in their lives, or if they just had a miscarriage, or if they're trying and they can't. But what's the timeline for kids? I'm not mad at it right now. I will be mad at it later, because you know how like when you're dating, people are like, oh, when are you getting engaged? When you're engaged? When are you getting married? When you're married?
Yeah,
when are you having kids? You have one kid. When are you having another? If you have 2 and they're both boys, when are you gonna try for a girl? I know.
There's steps.
There's steps.
There are levels.
There are levels.
We're not at that level yet.
We're not there yet. So not right now, later. Let's get married first. Have the boundaries that we have changed since we're engaged now?
Probably not.
No, not at all. Someone also asked, like, now that we're engaged, I can't find it, but now that we're engaged, are we gonna be moving in together?
Absolutely not.
Also, no, I'm still be living in my home. He'll be living over there. There's not even like sleepovers. I know people are like, we're not sleeping over. There was one time in my first apartment where we accidentally, we were watching Star Wars or something.
Yeah.
And we woke up at like 5 a.m. or something.
It was later than that. I was like 6.
Oh my God, I wanted to die. I was like, oh my gosh, they're gonna think that we just clapping cheeks over here. Like, I wanted to die. I didn't even want to go to his house the next day because I didn't want to look at his parents, because I'm like, I know they think that we were probably having sex. We literally fell asleep watching Star Wars. That was the only time we came close to like having a sleepover at my house or anything. Like, no. I have slept over his house, but for like reasons, and his parents are there. I sleep in the guest room. Like when we went to Chicago, the flight was at 5 a.m. So I'd be in the guest room, whatever. But we're don't like, it's not a habit, and it's like, you know, no. I'm always leaving his house at like, no matter how tired I am, if it's 2 a.m., I gotta go home. Even if it's raining, you gotta go home. We're not playing with the sleepovers.
Oh my God, these people are weird.
I know, they're probably like, wow, you're immature. Freaking loser.
Are you 14 years old?
I know, and sometimes I'm like, yo, this is whack, but we have a mission and a goal, and we're gonna stick beside it. I'm gonna stick beside it.
I agree.
We've been saying recently it would suck to get this far and like mess up now. You know, like, come on.
It'd be devastating.
Yeah. _potent_beauty_ said, during the time that we were separated, what made him know that you were the one?
So do you want me to tell the story of why we were separated? Do you want the long or short?
We'll give the short, because I want to give my side and for him to give fully his side, and that's gonna take a long time in this video since the camera cut off is we're already at 20 minutes.
20?
Yes. So
okay.
I don't want it to be longer than like 30 minutes, but yeah.
All right, short story. Just hit me with an ultimatum.
It wasn't an ultimatum.
I'm joking. I'm joking. She basically asked me if I was sure if I wanted to marry her or not. And I
see, the story doesn't sound good without my
No, it's good. No, but it was good. Like it was we were at a point where like
I asked him, could you see yourself marrying me sometime next year?
That's not exactly what you asked me.
That is what I asked you.
No.
You know, we
No, but it's okay. It's okay though.
No, so
it's okay.
It's not okay.
Let's say you did that. Let's say you asked me.
No, but let's also tell the truth at the same time. So, another thing is we talked about our breakup maybe like a month later, because like we talked maybe twice during the 3 months that we broke up. And we realized that we were hearing two different things the whole time. Because remember, I was like, man, if I heard you say that, we wouldn't have broke up. But like, it was a God thing, first of all. But like I said, I really feel like it's so much more complex. I don't want to just be like, oh, it's a God thing and just leave it at that. But go ahead.
Basically, we broke up because she asked one of those questions where it's like, I need to know where you are.
I need to know what's good, what's going on.
Yeah. So I didn't have an answer to the question. Not like I wanted to break up. Like I didn't want to break up, but I didn't have an answer to her question. So she's like, well, I'm leaving then. And if you want, like, if you figure out what you want later on, then you can come back. But I'm gonna go do my own.
If I'm still here.
If she's still here. So that happened.
Did I even say that?
Yeah, you did say that.
I shouldn't have said that.
You said if you figure it out, and I'm still here, then like.
That's fair. So, I probably shouldn't have said that because it gives men kind of like, okay, she's still kind of waiting on me. I mean, I did tell him I'm gonna still do my own thing, and I was so close too. I was real close.
Be that as it may.
He came back in the nick of time.
Be that as it may. So I had a trip for school to Atlanta around that time to be there for a month. And during that time, like me and God just were wrestling with just, you know, feeling the peace about what he wanted me to do. And I won't tell the full story right now, but he gave me a unique peace that only he could give, and that's when I knew it was time to move. So the day I came back from Atlanta, I was like, Jess, I know it's you.
Oh, look, someone asked, keeping it real, do y'all think you're moving too fast? And she said it's a general question. You know, I can tell when someone's, you know, being shady, and I feel like this is a question. General.
Dang, did you say her name?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you were like, dang, you said her name, so she'd be a shady.
No, I'm saying I know when someone is being shady, but I can tell she's not. She's just literally just asking like.
Oh,
At least I don't think she is. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I think it's because some people just think it came out of nowhere. Because I did say in a few of my videos, I'm not bringing him on my channel. I mean, I've been talking about him, but I was like, I'm not bringing him really on my channel until I know that there's some permanency here, like, you know. But like I said, I've known him since 2014, 7 years. I don't know, yeah.
Before then, 2013.
2013, we've known each other for a long time, and we have been close since the day we met. I mean, we've had some fall offs here and there, but we always just kept getting back to each other, so no. We know each other's families, like there's nothing that he doesn't know about me, and there's nothing that I don't know about him.
That's actually what she said when she was asking me like where I was, like when we were dating.
Yeah.
She said like, what else is there to figure out?
Yeah,
we know everything about each other already. And I was like, all right, bro.
I was like, okay, well. Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, we can't be together you're not gonna know any more about me. In a sense, like you learn more about everyone every day. Like once we get married, we start living together, we're gonna learn different things, but nothing like about my personality, I think, you know, like you know me. We've been doing this for like 7 years, whatever. But a lot of people ask how long we've been dating. A year and a half? No, it's a little longer now. A year and 8 months.
Yeah.
Including the 3 months that we broke up, without it, a year and 5 months, but a year and 8 months. Yeah, almost a year and 8 months. We've been dating for a year and 8 months. All right, let's do like 4 more. Okay. What's one thing that you adore about each other?
Why'd you pick that one?
Because I want to hear something nice. I want to say something nice about you too.
I like how you sweat.
Oh my gosh. I'm like really sweating and you're not sweating at all.
Can I say something like superficial?
Sure.
I like your skin and your teeth.
Thank you.
They're really nice.
No, that's really nice because, you know, like growing up, I hated my skin. So it's nice to have someone appreciate.
Kids are ugly.
Kids are so mean. Like,
Kids are the worst.
Yeah, I hated being dark skinned, and I've talked about it a few times, and every time I do, I get a little choked up. So, but anyways, yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's okay. And there was even a point where I was like, I hope my daughter does not come out dark skinned because she's gonna have to go through what I went through. But now that, I mean, I'm not pregnant. If anyone is wondering, like, oh, maybe they got engaged because they're, no, I'm not pregnant. But if I do have a daughter, at least the first one, I want her to look just like me. Because whenever they do those like celebrity mom and daughter pictures and they're like just like each other, it's so cute. If she looks like you, I'll be mad, man. I'm like, you're cute, but like, I'm so mad. Oh, what do I adore about you? He's really cute. So, not a question.
That was whack.
I was just kidding. I mean, I feel like I just said like
it's okay.
a lot of things.
It's okay.
What else do I adore about you?
It's alright.
He's so smart. It's so attractive how smart he is. And he's always like, I'm not that smart, but he knows a lot of things. And it's even, someone asked this too when I was reading through it, like, what is something that he does that doesn't bother you that it would bother you if someone else did it? Like Jonathan, like once he starts talking about something, he'll talk for like a long time about like sickle cells or something, like amoeba, or like how your neck bone's connected to like your tracheus or whatever, or whatever. And he'll talk for like 30 minutes, and at the end he'll be like, I'm sorry, I know that was a lot, it was probably really boring. And I'm like, why didn't you realize that 30 minutes ago? But it's just like, sometimes I'm looking at him and I'm like, even in my head, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, he's so cute. Like, he's really smart, he's always trying to teach me something. And sometimes it can come off like, oh my gosh, I just want to sit here and just watch TV. But he is always like trying to educate me. And I like that a lot, I really do. Because
it's funny.
If it was, yeah. Sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, dang, what can I teach you? But I don't know. The J Spot says, how far into the relationship did you start to talk about marriage? That's actually a good question because he was not talking about it at all in the beginning. I feel like it would make you uncomfortable. Yeah. Absolutely. He was not about that life at all. And when we started dating when he was, you were 22?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 22 when we first started dating. He was really young, you know? He was only 22 and I was 28. So of course marriage has been on my mind for a long time because
27.
I was 27?
Yeah,
I was 27. Oh yeah, because I'm 29. Okay, whatever. We're always gonna be 5 years apart. Anyways, he was way younger at the time, and marriage has always been on my mind because it circulates in my family. Almost my entire family is married, including like my cousins and stuff, and had babies, and I'm like one of the last ones. But it's different on his side, you know. On his side of the world, it's very different. He's actually gonna be like the first one of his friends to get married. Like all of your groomsmen, we haven't asked anyone yet. None of them have they even been in, oh, one of them is married.
One of them is married.
One of them is married.
Shout out to Anthony.
Shout out to you, Anthony.
My little baby Liana.
Yes, his goddaughter. Is it ours? No, it's not ours now.
No,
it's just yours.
Just me. It's all me.
It's all you, that's fine. Have any of them even been in a wedding before?
No.
Yeah, like this is very new for him, and like he's like kind of like the blueprint. That's a lot of pressure on you, low key. But like he's kind of the blueprint. Yeah, that we didn't really answer the question. Okay, so when did we start talking about marriage?
When did we start talking? We didn't start talking about marriage for real until after I came back from Atlanta.
True.
So after we got back together.
Yeah.
Then we started talking about it a lot.
Like three months ago. Yeah, and before then we were dating for like a year and like 3 months. We didn't really talk about it, like very rare, and I would never bring it up because one, I didn't want to seem like I was pushing it on him because I knew he knew like it was on my mind. I didn't want him to feel pressured, but it was on my mind, okay? It was on my mind.
But if you're asking for yourself, like when you should start talking about it, I think that you should have regular checkups with your significant other to kind of just ask what page you guys are each on. Just kind of figure it out. There's no like, you start talking about it after 3 months or 6 months. It's kind of just one of those things where each relationship is different.
Yeah.
And you just want to know where each other is and have open and honest conversations with one another.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like it depends on like, you know, your age and like, you know, your finance. It's kind of like your finance. So everyone's different with the finances. Some people get married, they don't have no money at all, but they just do it, whatever. But I'm
gonna hop in real quick.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of people like are afraid to talk about, like, especially women are afraid to bring up marriage to their significant others because they're afraid it'll scare them away or make them want to run away. But if that's something that you really desire and something that you really want, it doesn't hurt to bring it up, because if you see that someone's not on the same page as you, Like you could pull a Jess and you kind of just have one of those conversations. Well, then that's what I'm saying. Have one of those conversations where it's like, well, this is what I really want, and then you see how the other person responds, and if it's not like what you're looking for, then it makes more sense to leave than it does to stay, because you're only wasting your own time after a certain point.
Yeah, and that's something that I really want to talk about, and you know, when we talk about the whole breakup and stuff, like as a woman, you know, if you see you guys have been dating for a while and you're afraid to bring it up because you're afraid that he's gonna want to leave, or you're afraid that he doesn't want to get married, at that point you kind of have to look at yourself. If you have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, well, why do I want to stay with someone who doesn't want to get married to me, or you know, whatever. And you have to be okay with knowing at the end of the conversation that you might be single and move on from that. But I felt like we were gonna break up that day. I kind of knew, but I'm telling you, it really was a God thing. That whole weekend was just like, we had to break up. I don't know if we would be engaged. Do you think we'd be engaged right now if we didn't break up?
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
I'm telling you.
If everything didn't happen the way that it happened, we wouldn't be where we are right now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna answer a few more questions. Honestly, we're not even halfway through, but
like not even close.
We're not even halfway through, but I feel like this video is so long, and I know you guys are gonna say it's fine, it's okay, but like it's just too long. It's not okay. So I was gonna say this later, but maybe we'll do a part 2. You guys let us know in the comments below if you want us to do a part 2. And if there's anything that we didn't answer, leave them down below.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And then maybe we'll do a part 2. But we're gonna answer a few more questions, and then we're gonna head on out. She said, how did you know to give him a chance after y'all broke up? Because she's struggling with something similar. I feel like it really depends on why you guys broke up. So like he's explained, we broke up, like our relationship was going fine. And it's something I tried to explain in a video before, saying like, oh yeah, we broke up. Like everything was fine, even though I could have been happier, because there were some things that you were holding back on, because like, you know, like I love yous and blah, blah, because he was like, whatever. The relationship was fine. It was just, he wasn't really sure about our future. And you know, me, I was like, oh, I'm sure. So if you're not sure and I'm sure, and it's been like a year, a little over a year of us dating, but like 7 years of us knowing each other, and you're not sure by now, then I can't do anything more to make you be sure, but whatever. So, but when he came back and he was sure, that's all I needed. Like, it's not like I need his attitude to change, or like he's beating me or he's cheating on me. Like, there was nothing wrong except for he just was not sure yet. He needed to take that time away to figure it out, and when he came back, he was sure, and that was the only piece that was left that was missing for me. And for him, as you can tell, it's like I'm not speaking empty like hopes and promises, like we're engaged. So that was really the last thing. He just needed to be sure, and then he put action behind his words.
For your situation though, like I feel like you have to think about why you broke up in the first place. Like, what was the reason? Yeah. And why would that be different? Like, what are there like you said, words behind his actions? Actions behind,
or I guess it can go the same way. You put.
Is there action behind the words? Like, is he just whispering sweet somethings to you in your ear, sweet nothings? Whatever. Is he like? Stop it. Is he just fill you with empty promises, or have his actions change in a way that you can like actually see?
Right. I mean, I've been giving advice for like the past year on like a lot of my videos. And you know, I just did a whole video on like how to know when to leave. You know, it's so funny, one of the comments was like, Jess is always giving videos and her own relationship's not even in order. Well, it was someone who was upset. She was upset. But anyway.
No, let's find her. Hey, find the comment. Let's find the comment.
6 people liked it too. I was like, dang, tell me how y'all really feel.
No, let's find the comment.
But anyways.
Find her.
So, thank you guys for watching our video. Again, this is my fiance, Jonathan.
It's my fiance, Jess.
Thank you for watching my video. Again, this is my fiance, Jonathan. We love you guys. Thanks for all the well wishes. Bye. Woo. Whenever, you're gonna take it off?
Yeah.
No.
Take a show.
Oh my gosh, I feel like you're breaking up with me. All right, give back my ring. Ooh, there it is. Look at that. Zaniel, that's my ring. Gorgeous. I love my ring a lot. He did an amazing job. I couldn't ask for a better ring. This is why our relationship is so strong, everyone. The Bible.
Oh, okay. Ah.
But I've been in again. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Young blood. Young grasshopper. It took him forever to even ask me to be his girlfriend, and I had to put my foot down. Look.
But did you die?
Oh my gosh.
But did
No.
What?
I feel like we have a lot to offer. You feel that way?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
His friends are gonna make fun of him. I can't.
Oh
This
my
is great. Yo, your group chat's gonna roast you. I love it.
It's kind of weird.
I know. It's weird.
That's weird. Don't even put this on there. This is embarrassing.